The North Dakota Housing Incentive Fund is a state tax credit program passed by the special legislative session last year that encourages developers to put a piece of, or to make a piece of their project affordable for lower income households, people on fixed income, and the working, the Main Street workers of North Dakota. It provides a dollar-for-dollar state tax credit to individuals or corporations who contribute into the fund. That contributor can specify where they want their dollars to go to work. And then in turn it provides a source of equity to that developer to bring those rents down on a percentage of those units within that project. It is only for affordable rental units. The project has to contain 4 or more units in order to qualify. You can put in any amount, whatever your anticipated state tax liability is. To date, we have about $6.5 million of the $15 million raised, and so we're really making a push to get those contributions into that fund, because we've committed over $11 million out of the fund to projects, to shovel-ready projects, but they need those dollars to make that project a reality. So $6.5 million in, about $11 million committed. So it is a way for businesses to pay back, and help their community grow. Contributions to date have ranged from as small as $100 from an individual to as high as $2.5 million from Marathon Oil. That $2.5 million far exceeded their liability, but they felt that they're doing business in these communities, and these communities struggle to have housing for everything from the person cleaning the rooms in the hotels, to the Walmart checkers, to the McDonald's, to the teachers, to the public, city, county. Those are the people that are being squeezed out of housing because those rents are escalating so fast. Well, basically a project isn't going to start construction until their project is fully funded. So, if, for instance, we made awards for 4 projects in Williston. All 4 of those projects are still looking for contributions. They can't start breaking ground because that's a big part of their project, financing. So they've got to go out and raise those contributions to put into the fund for their project. And that's, as the governor said, a contributor can specify a project or a community or a region. So we've got certain projects in certain communities that are really struggling. Watford City is another one. We've got some Kenmare projects, some Ray projects, a project in Crosby that still needs funding. If the Housing Incentive Fund will provide 30% of the cost of the project, so 30% of the units would have income and rent restrictions on them. And that deed restriction goes out for a minimum of 15 years, but if the permanent loan is longer than that, those deed restrictions will be in place longer. So we want long-term affordability. We just urge, especially the large contributors, certainly the smaller ones are welcome, but we need those big contributions to get those projects started, because there's such a critical need. You hear about schools not being able to hire teachers because they can't find affordable housing. I've heard stories about nursing homes having to shut down beds because they can't find workers that can afford to live there. So just a critical need for affordable housing. So we need those people with state tax liabilities to step to the table.